Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to do Leetcode daily challenge second question. Basically today is day 2. So it's the second question. So let us first read this question, then go ahead with constraint and then finally coding part for the same. So here's the question. Where is my cursor? Here. Okay. You are given an integer array nums. You need to create 2D array from nums satisfying the following condition. The 2D array should contain only the element of the array nums. Each row in the 2D array contain distinct integers and the number of rows in the 2D array should be minimal. And then we are required to return the resulting array, and if there are multiple answers, return any of them. The 2D array can have different numbers of elements on each row. So basically each row, now the conditions which are mentioned here, so according to that, first thing is that the rows number of rows should be minimal. This is what they are asking, and each row should have distinct integer. If it wouldn't have been like that, each row can contain any sort of numbers and so on, nothing could be different. But here they are mentioning two conditions, and according to that, we will be making our solution. So first, let us check the constraints which are given. So basically, constraints are pretty much low. The nums dot length is up to 200, and each and nums of I is less than equals to nums dot l, means basically numbers will go up to 200. Now, how we are required to create 2D array from this 1D array? Now, the first thing which we can do is we can take count of each element. Here, whatever the count of the high means highest count, whatever it would be, that thing we will be taking as the row count, because we require each row having distinct element, and also we need to keep each row number as the minimal. So here we can clearly see, now 1 has 3 count, then 3 has basically the number, and this is the count. So 3 has 2 count, then 4 is occurring one time, then 2 is occurring one time. So now here we can clearly see that this one which is there, it is having the highest count. So basically we will be having 3 rows. Now 3 occurs 2 times. So we will be assigning 3 to these two separate rows. Now 4 occurs one time and 2 occurs one time. Right? So at the first only we'll put these. So this would be the number of rows, that is 3 rows which would be there, and column could have any number of integers, but the point is that all should be unique. And here we can clearly see all these are unique. And now comes for this part. Here if we see, each one is having count as 1, right? So the maximum number of rows would be 1 only, and we can directly put those integer as it is and return the 2D array which we will be making. So this is how we are required to do this question. And the things which we are doing here, the time complexity for the same would be order of n, and here we will be using extra space for this thing, means for each integer's count, and because of that the space complexity will become order of n. I hope now you understand that how we are required to do this question, means this is one of the solution for doing the same. So before I show you the code, you can go ahead and code by yourself, and if you are stuck anywhere, then you can proceed with this video and check the code. So here's the coding part for the same. So here what I'm doing is, this is that vector of vector int answer which we are required to return. And here I'm using unordered map so that I can take the count of each integer. So here that is what I'm doing. I'm just taking the count of each integer, and here I'll check the number of rows. So basically, whatever would be the highest count present in my map, means unordered map, that I'll take, means if I dot second, that is the count of that element is greater than my present answer length, then I'll make the answer length equals to that. So accordingly, whatever maximum would be there, I'll take that. Then in order of n loop, basically till this answer length, what I'll be doing is I'll take one temp variable. So here, whatever element is present in my map at that point of time, I'll just check that its count is not equals to 0, and I'll just push that into my temp, that integer I'll push that, and I'll decrease the count of that. That thing I'll do. And then I'll check for the next number and the next number and then the next number. So basically according to that, if its count is not equals to 0, then I'll put it here, and at the end I'll push that temp into my answer. Then again I'll start with the second row, and then I'll go ahead. Basically this thing which is there, so it marks there it can go till n numbers, and this length, if it see, if this goes till n, right, so this won't go till n, this will go just till 1. That would be the case, as you can clearly see in the second example, right? Either the number of rows would be n, or either number of elements could be n. So in that context, this whole doesn't make it to n square, it is still just order of n. So that's why the time complexity is order of n, and the space complexity, it is obvious as we are taking this unordered map, so it is order of n. And then after this whole calculation, iteration and everything, we will be storing our answer and returning the same. So this was all for this particular question. If you have any doubt, you could comment that down. If you have any other solution as well, that also you can comment. And if you really like the explanation and the solution, you can like, subscribe, and share the video with your friends. So this was all. Thank you.